From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At their own 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a play fake. Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At their point.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for Robert,
but instead 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Ryan Succop on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Patriots nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a first and 10 at their own 22. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The 19-yard line.
Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. You see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd and 7, Newton. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. After the run, Newton going to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on all out there for him to go get it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Brady. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
To throw again, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
First down.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Brady again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Brady took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
The 13-yard line.
Jalen Mills in on the stop.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
40 on the tackle.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
It's nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT
I'm the
on
best
the
in the
last
game.
drive.
I'm the best in the
Now
game.
loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. His throw incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, take it. Double dog, that's the way. Hey, 66.
play action. Now it's Brady. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. When someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
First down.
From the shotgun again to Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Second and 11.
At the Patriots' 16-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Brady now to throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17. Patriots nothing. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go, man. Play football. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now Newton on first down. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Newton. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Fields
it in the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. On play action, now Brady. Forced out to his left, and he'll just toss it away.
On the keeper.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Fournette running out of the gun, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Patriots 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Wait, that 5-20. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll try and run Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On the ground with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one through the uprights and good.
Score Buccaneers 31, Patriots nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A final shot before the break. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, here's Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31. Patriots 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Scott Miller.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
40 there.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They needed to break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They will go for it. Now Newton. Aguilar has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st down, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They snap it to Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Right here.
It's a run with Mostert. They're going to try and run. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He's got a man, complete, and out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
Second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Ryan Suckup on.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts, and then they just have to see how the season unfolds.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Now Newton. There it is. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Check 15. Check 15.
Following the fumble recovery, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Leonard Fournette. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
1-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Ready? He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Jump, jump.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
That's the
Back now in Foxborough.
with the score.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Regular. No.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10, Newton again.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that.
3rd and 2, Newton.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name. How about you?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
To throw again. Newton. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again is Newton. This complete left side to Aguilar. A quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Hey, Alabama. Hey, ball 66.
Now a play fake. Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Fournette, a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
John J. Hightower on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Succop's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 20. 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the flood. 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 Wide. Get wide. Hey, check.
Operating from the gun. Newton being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 60 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Buccaneers 48, Patriots 27.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's tackled at the
successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
first down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.